Hello everyone, this is Dr. Marc Siegel, coming to you every Monday on Paltalk. I'm an internist and associate professor of medicine at the NYU School of Medicine, author of False Alarm, The Truth About the Epidemic of Fear, and Bird Flu, Everything You Need to Know About the Next Pandemic. And I write a column for the LA Times called The Unreal World. Tonight I'm taking suggestions for my next LA Times column because I have hunting around. I always do that on the odd Mondays. I was thinking of doing the show medium tonight, but I've decided there's not enough medicine in it. There's no sound? We got sound? Okay, the sound is fine. Good, good, good. Anyway, that guy has... I have sound, but that guy has no ears. Guy, get some ears there, man. Anyway, and we talk about your health issues, though I don't answer direct medical health problems. We talk about medical politics, healthcare politics. We talk about anything that you want to bring to the mic. I like talking about my column in the LA Times and about whether TV and movies are medically accurate. And I like just talking about what's going on in the news. Which candidate I'm supporting, I don't really answer because, frankly, I don't see anybody all that great. I think Obama's pretty interesting, though. Anyway, let's see who we got asking questions tonight. We got Jane Hare. You're on with Dr. Marc. How you doing, Jane Hare?
Hello, Dr. Marc. I was on last week and I had asked you about why babies die in the womb. You told me it was a genetic thing, and this week I wanted to ask you, and it was kind of on that same line, in finding out more. But just a quick question. The doctor told the mother that and father of this baby that died that it was a blood clot, and he said, don't get an autopsy on the baby, don't get an autopsy. And he was saying that it was a genetic thing. Is there a genetic condition that would cause blood clots in babies, and why would it? And where I would think that it would have to have been the brain or the heart or something. I don't know. And then I would have a suggestion on your LA Times paper if you would like me to give that right away too. A real quick suggestion would be the illegal immigration, because you know we have a big problem with it here in California, and the diseases that are coming across that are hard to treat, that we have basically gotten rid of in this country, and the cost of health care that is being put upon us to treat the illegal immigration problem here, or the people that have the problems here. But that would be my suggestion, and I know that's a real hot topic. But that was my the main question I wanted to ask you was the blood clot, and it being a I don't even know what the doctor called it, but that was it.
Thank you, Jane Hare. You know, we're first of all, you and I are both hearing that secondhand, so we don't know what actually happened to that baby. But I kind of agree with you. If a stillbirth occurs or there's a baby that dies in the womb, an autopsy is really needed to tell what happened, unless there's a religious problem with that. Without the autopsy, I think it would be very difficult to say that it was a blood clot. My point last week was that it's genetic. That oftentimes it's genetic, not always. And it's just a high incidence of that among babies that don't go full term, but you certainly don't know that for sure. I don't know how they knew it was a blood clot. Obviously, a blood clot to the lungs or to the brain could easily kill a fetus, and that is a possibility. Certainly, if that's the case, you wonder whether the mother was predisposed towards that. But we're never going to have any absolute answers to those questions without an autopsy. In terms of your suggestion for my column, I love it, but you know, my column is about TV and movies and whether they're medically accurate or not. I actually have to find a film for next week or a TV show. It's getting harder to find the TV shows because, yeah, the TV shows are all on hiatus now, pretty much. Most of them. So I like doing films better anyway. Sarah Connor Chronicles I would love to do, but I don't think there's anything overtly medical in it. And we tend to stay away from we tend to stay away from sci-fi. At least recently, we haven't been doing sci-fi. So, though I love the Terminator, I have no idea how that plays out. How the Sarah Connor Chronicles do. Sil 2004, you're on with Dr. Marc. Sil 2004.
Hello, Mr. Marc. How are you? Nice to meet you. Well, my question is, if you can explain me your opinion about bipolar, okay? If it is a genetic problem, disease, or well, the origin of this. And if you see the movie of Richard Gere, that, well, they explain more, they will show more or less about this, but if it is okay, well, I want your opinion.
Well, there's no actual, bipolar disease is very variable. It depends on the patient, and there's all kinds of different manifestations. It's another word for what we used to call manic depression, where there's a variance of mood from being very up to being very down, a cycling of mood. Either you're very depressed, or you're very hyper, or you're energetic, or you're irritable, or you're having shopping sprees, or you're very paranoid. This variation in moods is bipolar. But I haven't seen. I'm not sure which Gere movie you're referring to, but it's a very problematic sickness, bipolar disease. But it can be treated. Medications are definitely available to help. Anyway, so let's get some more questions up there. We got a full room here. We got a full house. But we got to get some questioners. Everybody is just sitting back. Somebody asked me who I'm voting for. I don't know yet, but we could discuss what the various health platforms are of the candidates. I think it's really kind of too early to know how they would come into play. Anyway, let's see. Frizzy is for Hillary. Hillary's fighting tough right now. Who do we got for asking me some questions here? Let's keep the show rolling. Step up to the mic. Type me some questions. Jane here is back on the mic, and I need some more questioners after that. Puppies, you're on with Dr. Marc. We'll go to Puppies 14.
Okay, so I want to ask you, my white cells, I want to bring it down. Is there a possible food to bring it up? Is there a kind of healing food that I can bring it up? The white blood cells.
Well, that depends on why. I mean, the abnormalities of white blood cell count can be due to many